I'm going to just go ahead and paint this with gesso and then use the stamp to remove part of the paint. You're going to want to have a pretty good thick coat of gesso on your cardboard. One note about using a detailed stamp with gesso, you do not want to let the gesso dry into the grooves of the stamp. So I have a little tray sitting beside me with a wet paper towel that I can immediately put this in when I'm finished because I don't want to ruin my stamp. Impressing the stamp into the paint and lifting, and it's going to leave the impression of the stamp. The next step I'm going to do is do a little stamping onto a piece of muslin and ink it up pretty heavily. So I've got my stamp inked, and just kind of let it sit for a second to make sure that the paper or the fabric has time to absorb the ink. Lift it up, and there's our impression. I want to add just a couple more details to my background. I've taken my gesso cardboard that has a stamp impression in it, and it's dry now. I've torn it down to a size that I want to work with. I'm just going to use the tip of my brush to make just a few random dots onto the background. And I'd like to just paint a little bit of detail work on the figure. Okay. Well, all my paint is dried now, and I'm ready to do a couple final finishing details on this project. I just took one strip and I trimmed it into a scallop, just a loose, whimsical little scallop, and just peeled the backing off, and I'm going to apply this at the bottom of the page. Just going to use a couple staples to attach this. Then I'm going to take a strip of the tape that looks like the measuring tape, and I'm going to pleat this and just make a little handmade flower to go over on this corner. I'm just going to simply take it, just kind of make a little pleats as I go around and fold it on itself to make a circular. And I have one of these completed here, and I've taken the tape off because it will stick onto itself, and I've got a velvet brad, the little flower in the center, that I'm going to just poke through and attach this right here. Labels. And I added a little title, which is Red Dress, and I'm going to stick this down, and my project is now complete.